Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another episode, Celebrity Harvey. Today's subject, we're going to talk about how to change the narrative of the Black woman. So I did some research, and I definitely looked up some people have already wrote about it. Of course, we know about Black leaders that are living right now, Black women leaders that are living right now that are setting a great example of what it is to be a woman, a pinnacle of being a woman. We also know that we have some people right now that's messing up the narrative of the Black woman, and that's what we really want to talk about. So a couple things that came to my mind was, let me just actually Google the question, which is how to change the narrative of the Black woman. And when I did this, came up this, and it was very profound because it was so simple. And I'm like, okay, they summarized this up really quickly. Fortunately, there are some simple solutions to change the narrative. Reframe your thinking on who or what a strong woman represents. Don't see her only as woman, which I don't know where that comes in, because a woman is only a woman. Like, no matter what color, a woman is a woman. She is also a human being, capable of hurt and all that comes with it. So, I mean, it was really cut and clear. This is for, I guess, the people that perceive Black women as all the same in a negative narrative. And don't give us our due diligence as how far we've come to be innovative, inventors, to be leaders, to be creators, to be mothers. Number one, mothers, because no human will be born. We are goddess and gods and all that. God, Yahweh, Yahshua lives within us, yes. However you identify yourself. However, what I'm saying is basically that there's absolutely no way that anybody could be born, no matter what this new communities are around, LGBTQAI, all this stuff. No, everybody came through a woman. So that's first and foremost. So we have I'm gonna just keep it real, our sexy reds. We have, I hate to call her out first, but she's like the worst right now. She's the worst, and I hate that she's from St. Louis because she's representing us in a negative fashion. Women per se, not to say just Black women for sure. So I'm not even trying to take a dig on Sexy Red, which I know that she's young, and most of the female rappers, they started off young, and that was their narrative of selling themselves and publicly to entertain, but it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So because I guess we could start with Little Kim, Trina. One person that I did admire, who it was a fine line with her, was Eve. But you see how she's reclaimed her womanhood, her elegance, her, being ladylike. Eve did a whole transformation. Like, even Sierra was like tomboy cute, dancing in the street, hanging out with the boys. Now she's married with kids, like literally. So it's like, not to say that people didn't start off one way but it ended up another way. What we're saying is, how do we just lead by that way from now on in our doing, so we can be respected from other cultures? Because that's where it's really messing us up at. The narrative is being pushed so bad that not just Black women, but a certain tone of Black women, meaning a certain skin tone, should be treated a certain way. That causes, women to have self-identity issues, because just because I'm this tone, I'm going to get treated this way, or I have to act this certain way, or this is what they expect of me. So it's like, no. I just think we need to do a whole nother revamping and do like a big class, super class on what entails of being not just a woman, but a woman of color. Because melanated women come in that's what I really needed to start off and say. This is about how to change the perception of the melanated woman. because it don't matter what tone you are. You could be Latino brown, you could be Asian brown. People perceive melanated women, and I'm not trying to just I'm making this inclusive, but I know that even people who have other descendants from other countries other than America are, places, but everywhere has indigenous people. So South America, Asia, everywhere, Africa, everywhere has indigenous people, brown tone people. So it's like, except for, the European, unless they move there to be there, but that's not our origins. It's Mongoloid, Negroid, Caucasoid. So, no, okay? However, this is just really, I didn't even put my rings on. I'm like, let me just jump on it. I'm been just chilling. I'm like, no, it's time to get to work. This is part of me doing something for me outside of being loving. And so here's the thing. For the black woman, it seems like, or the melanated woman, let's be specific, the melanated woman, because, it's melanated people everywhere. That's my Spanish lessons telling me do Spanish lessons. However, so women have to sell themselves mostly everywhere they go. It doesn't matter about being a rapper. It doesn't matter about, and I don't mean sell yourself, meaning like that's the expectation that people have in their mind as far as like other cultures have in their mind towards a melanated woman. Like, oh, she's only good for this. She's only good to be a bed wench. She's only good for, being a side chick or a baby mama. No. That's not how we started off, and that's not how we're going to finish. Okay? Even my mother was married. My mother's still married right now. So it's like, no. And her and her husband, they probably never gonna get a divorce. Whether they separate or not, they still heart to heart. And I know it. He crazy about her, and she gotta be crazy about him because she shouldn't have married him if she wasn't. So, and they still married, literally. So, I got aunties and uncles that's still married, and they would not break up. They don't care. They're gonna still, they can do what they gotta do, but we still gonna be sticking like glue, okay? So I didn't grow up with the narrative of baby mama, all this stuff, like, no. And even if it was around in the family structure, it was like, it got cleaned up real quick, meaning like the person got married to someone else and raised their family, and took care of the kids, so now they end up co-parenting. No, you're gonna try to at least do it right the first time. At least give yourself a chance. So, what I'm saying is, I'm seeing it. I've been seeing it. I've been on this earth for, some years now. And for me being mature and then seeing from what it was as a teenager, as a kid, and for it to get even more aggressively like that, no, we're not gonna have it. No, I don't like it. It's not okay, because my children gonna grow up and it's gonna be even worse. So it's like, no, even not just for the black woman, for the black man as well. Like, they get exploited in ways as well, where if you're this skin tone, or just because you're a black man, we expect you to do this type of work, or we expect you to do this, or you got to bow down, or you got to go through this initiation. It's just so many quarrels. Like, no. So we got to change the narrative, and I think what it is us changing the narrative ourselves. We need to put ourselves in a position to take care of one another, literally. Like, each one teach one. I am my brother's keeper. I am my sister's keeper. Actually moving off morals and values, actually being a good friend, actually, not, because I fall short of this. I've done it before. I can attest that I fell short as well of putting myself in a situation where I had to be giving up something in exchange of something. And that is not a good feeling. When I tell you it's not a good feeling, like sacrificing morals, dignity, and integrity, these are things that my father raised me on for a job. Like, are you serious? When you realize the real mathematics of like that everything's gonna be okay, like accepting abuse, verbal abuse from coworkers or at a job or something like that, like, or just no. So it's like, even if you work corporate America, because I worked for Bank of America from the age of 16. So, because yes, when you excel at school, you can have a job. Your parents, so, and I graduated high school at 17. So what's crazy about this is that being that young and working at the bank, I was getting solicited then by the age of 17. So it's like, it doesn't matter what career you go into. And I hope this is not just, but now I'm really feeling the vibe like, whoa, oh, just because, in work settings, that's why I'm like, okay, my man is like, no, baby, you ain't even got to go to work. No, you good. You good. If you want, you could just work from home, figure out, do your little craft, do your hobbies, do what you want to do, you're going to be good. And number one, I'm going to be good because I depend on God, not mankind. Yahshua Yahweh, it never failed me. Never, not no days. So with that being said, so I'm not just like, I just bring her up because I know she's really going hard right now and she's in the spotlight. So, and people are really following what she say. I even go sexy. I'll be like, okay, let me calm down because I didn't caught wind of her spirit. No, let me chill. Let me sit down somewhere. Okay, so this is what I'm drinking. I know I like to make my little juice concoction, This is cranberry mixed with mango and guava. So, yeah, with a little lime slice. Just juice, no alcohol. It's too hot for that. No day partying. Gotta get this business done. Get y'all to work, okay? So, I'm just over it. I'm over it, and because people have been telling me to talk about this subject. They was like, yeah, get on there and talk about it, and then bring up Sexy Red too, do this. And these are my friends. They live in Sugarland. But, shouts out to them. And, yes, Miss Valerie, and who else? It was Valerie, and then I believe it was Colin. Yeah, they last name start the DeBot family. Shout out to the DeBot family. This one's for you, because y'all been telling me to do this, so I know. It was a while ago. Told me to do it, and I'm finally doing it. Okay, so basically, I just don't really feel like we need to be going any further after 2024 with the wrong narrative of perceiving the melanated woman. Because some people really know the truth on our DNA structure, how powerful we really are as far as our whole chemical makeup, everything like that. It's us that don't know that the power lives within, and that our yoni, that our mind, and that, when we are aligned and alkaline, our body's alkaline as well, and we're at peace, that magic happens. Conception is magic. So it's for us to, I guess, mockery of the melanated woman, it's a mockery, it's really embarrassing. And because I love being brown, it's dang, God, when I come back I want to be brown, but the way they treating the brown women, it's I don't know. And I hate to say, I don't know, God, when I come back I want to be definitely a woman, because it feels good to be a woman. It's a good, I love my feminine energy. I love it. I love being a woman. I love to have my masculine be, very soft, soft with me, because he sees how gentle I am, so I really appreciate it. I could be in my feminine energy and he could be in his masculine energy. I really enjoy it. And I don't play no role reversals around here. No. So, us as a unit, as a people, as a whole, we gotta teach one to do better. The other day, I'm in a grocery store. I know I have something on my shorts with a bonnet on, but I'm in my bed with a bonnet on. I'm at home. I even feel weird about that. I might take that down just because, no. So it's us letting the young girls be in public. When I say young, I'm talking about middle school, elementary school, high school. That's the wrong, setting the wrong, that's just setting the wrong intent. That's just setting the wrong intentions for the future. It doesn't matter if you're urban. It doesn't matter if you're hood. I grew up in the hoods of all the hoods. From St. Louis to Sacramento to LA, no. And then I can just name I'll go into that on another level, but you don't want to. I just want to say something from a quote. This was from the varsity.ca. It was an opinion. It's about time we change the narrative of the hardworking black woman. This is one of my many reasons, and this was done February 26, 2023, so just recently. This is one of the many reasons why we as black women tend to push ourselves until we achieve excellence, because we can't afford nothing less. That's profound, because when I tell you, as a young girl, growing up, that's all I strive for. My daddy, he always tell me, celebrity, you're gonna be one of the most thoroughless women to walk the face of this earth. And I believe him. Keep your legs closed, your eyes open, your head up. It was certain things that he instilled in me every single day. You need to keep these 3 things: your dignity, your integrity, and your morals. And so if I didn't know what something meant, he said, go look it up. So basically what I'm saying is, all we need to do is just change the perception, because perception is almost everything. Perception is how the world sees you, how the world views you. Your character is something that you can't hide, because it eventually becomes revealed. It gets revealed, even if you're trying to mask it, and it gets revealed in subtle ways. Your character, your actual essence, your being. So it's like, that's what they mean when they say sometimes you could take the girl out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the girl. Because sometimes when it's in you, that's just what it is. And only you construct yourself around molding and shaping yourself in the image that you want to be in the image that you see yourself in, the image that you want the world to perceive you in. So that's what's so ironic for me. Is like, so wow, so you really want the world to see you as that? So it's like, I have done some things in the world that I didn't want the world to see me as that. Is it too late? Yeah, because I already did it. Am I trying to turn into a new leaf and turn a new page and correct that? Yes. To the point where I'm even trying to correct the future before it even gets too far in the future of this type of narrative and behavior, because it's gone too far. It's just gone too far. The ratchet industry, the ratchet culture, I don't like it. Now, it's one thing to have parties and get turned up behind closed doors or at a pool party. That's different. But just the way that it's publicized, the way that it's promoted in a derogatory. It's not like they don't promote other culture stuff in the fashion that they can promote our stuff. The way they promote our stuff is very vulgar. Maybe I'm tripping. Please, get in the comments. Get on me. I don't care. I'll go toe to toe. Like literally toe to toe. When I say go toe to toe, I mean that, because I deserve respect, and the melanated woman deserves respect from every ethnic group. And ethnic groups, just because I've seen things where just pull a black woman wig off in public. Who does that? Who cares if she's wearing a wig? Who cares what color it is? Why, because what's funny about this is that every culture emulates what we do, how we do it, but don't nobody treat them like that. So it's like, but now they're gonna getting started to treat like that. Now let me tell you, just keep it real. They get treated like that by their own culture for even dealing with black people. They get treated by the black people eventually because that's who they really were, but they thought that they could change that black person, i.e. A black man dating outside his race, and then the girl finds out that he left her as a baby mama as well, and she's like, why did he stay with me? Because that's who he is. It's not about no skin color. That's exactly who he is. Who cares if he got a baby mama Keisha over here, and then you baby mama Bianca, Bonita, whatever. He did you the same way he did Keisha. So there it is. So I just want to get straight to it. There was a book that was made. Her name is, Tamara Winfrey Harris. And the book is called The Sisters Are Alright, Changing the Broken Narrative of Black Women. So there's just a few quotes in here I want to share with y'all, because I want to read this book now. Now it has to become part of my book collection. And it's just some of the things that she writes in it is going to help me touch bases on what's necessary to talk about when it comes to changing the narrative of the melanated woman. And I must continue to say, melanated means all women of color, okay? includes all women. I don't care what ethnic background you're from. If you're melanated, you got some brown tone to you, you are a melanated woman. Okay? So, Harris writes, Miss Tamara Harris writes, when they confront race and gender stereotypes, black women are in a crooked room, and they have to figure out which way is up. Bombarded with warped images of their humanity, some black women tilt and bend themselves to fit the distortion. See, the way she explained that was so good, because that's like, I have to do it sometimes when I go back around my people. I gotta tilt and distort myself, and I'm like, I'm not doing it no more. I'm not doing it no more. If I left that lifestyle alone, I don't do that no more. I just don't do it no more. If I don't act like that no more, I don't act like that no more. If y'all want to continue to do it, do it. I'm not tilting and distorting myself to fit y'all narrative of what the narrative of the people assume that how I'm supposed to act based on my skin tone. I'm not doing it. I'm just not. So, toodles, okay? See, you wouldn't want to be you, because I'm not going to do it. So, a few more things that Miss Harris speaks about. So, I'm happy that they even published this book. I wouldn't, because the subject just kept coming in my mind, like, how to change the narrative of a black woman, how to change the narrative of a black woman. So I'm thinking like, okay, but how can I make it more elaborate? How can I make it more, the umbrella bigger? And that's when I say, okay, no, this is not just for black women, it's for melanated women, women of all color, women of color, of all colors, yes. So Harris, this is what she says. She talks about, black women's hair, skin tones, and she also refers to the negative messages about black women, what they were told growing up, which that has so much to do with who they are as an adults and as women today. So their own communities would say things to them like, oh, you're pretty for a black girl. Oh, she's got good hair. Or, your hair too nappy. Or, why your nose like that? Your lips are too big, So these type of things, they damage the self-esteem of the young black woman growing up, especially because they may not understand why, because they don't understand why, like, where is this coming from? Like, why are you projecting these type of sayings on me? Like, why does that even matter? Like, why do you have to even say, that's like a backhanded compliment. Oh, you're pretty for a black girl. Yeah, you brown, but you got good hair though, or whatever. Just silly stuff, So I just want to be like a leader and a pinnacle, and in everything I do, because I'm not perfect. I have my qualms. I'm quirky. I'm funny, goofy, spontaneous. But I also remind myself to keep it ladylike at all times as much as possible. In every setting, because you never know who's watching, you never know who's recording, you never know, anything like that. So I just want to be able to be like living by example, which I always say, I'm just going to live by example, and hopefully people catch on. But I'm going to build and keep building, so when people say Celebrity Harvey, this is what they see. They see a woman. They see a woman of class, a woman of honor, a woman of respect, of self-respect, of self-love, of self-care, of dignity, of pride, of resilience. So it's like, I know we all make mistakes, but if we could get it, my father always would say, I know you're young, but if you get it now, you're better off. He would say, you're better off getting it while you're young, because why wait till you're older to get it when you can get it now? Meaning like the knowledge. Like, if you know the right thing to do the right thing. The sooner, the quicker you learn to do the right thing, that's as soon as when you need to start doing the right thing. So I just want to shout out some of our prolific, legendary, it's a long list, so I might have to keep looking, okay? A woman that's from St. Louis, Madam C.J. Walker. She's the first black female millionaire. We're going to also, Sojourner Truth, she was a freedom fighter. Of course, Toni Morrison, she was a great author. And I believe she has a couple of movies as well. Fannie Lou Hamer, she's a civil rights activist leader. Ida B. Wells, educator, journalist, and author. We're gonna also say, okay, Oprah Winfrey, first black female billionaire in the U.S. Feel how you want to feel about the lady, you know, but that's who we first was publicized. Besides in the history books, I'm talking about live on TV. Who we saw, a woman that was gaining power rapidly, fast before our eyes, was Oprah Winfrey. That's why she was even always being a subject of being elected to be president of the United States. Angela Davis, I gotta say one of her quotes. I have her book. Yeah, her book is If They Don't Come in the Morning. It's a good book. Trust me. The words in the book, if they don't come in the morning, is so difficult to pronounce. I'm just gonna be honest. That I had to break down the words, get a dictionary, look the words up, so I can understand what I am saying. Because this lady is highly educated, Angela Davis. So this is what she says, and this is what I'm gonna live by. I'm gonna end this off on that, but I think there will be a part 2 because it should be some comments or maybe even some backlash for what I'm saying. But I don't care. I must get my message out. Yahweh, Yahshua's plan, okay? Angela Davis says, I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I am changing the things I cannot accept. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that there.